I've been working with PRB for nearly 9 months now. From day one, I've been made to feel welcome and treated with respect. I'm well looked after. I came into the company as an application specialist, using my experience in rendering and systems know-how to help PRB applicators on site, over the phone and on video. I've run demo days, I've shot content and shown how I install the systems so people get the most out of the PRB products. I'll be honest, it's been a bit of a whirlwind for me. So let me take you back to how it started and my first trip to PRB headquarters in France. Day one, first stop, and we went to the quarry. This is where the sand and aggregates come out of the ground and go through their prep before heading to the factory. There's massive diggers and dumpers moving serious amounts of material about. It was awesome to look at, there's all the proper big kit, and we even had to get in a Unimog to get around the rough terrain. A big positive with PRB owning the quarry is the consistency. They control the quality of the materials, which matters to everyone, especially the installers. I also saw previous pits close back over and turned green again, with grass and young trees. The care to the land stood out to me, as caring for the environment clearly matters to PRB. In the quarry we've got like this beautiful building where everyone meets, and here we've got a talk through of the operation in the quarry. The tour guide wasn't just informative, it was passionate. It was the best possible first impression of what I was joining. After the quarry, we went to the Espace PRB to settle in. It's on the factory site with an auditorium for presentations, a floor dedicated to the products like renders, tile stuff, specialist finishes like mosaic, and downstairs there's an area where you can have a drink and walk through PRB's history on like a timeline board. So it shows you from the beginning all the way up until today. You can see how they've grown into one of the largest facade system manufacturers in France. Now I've been to factories and quarries before, but this felt different. It was just bigger and better organised. More considered, it was a long day and it exceeded my expectations, and I was totally shattered after doing all this. Day 2 felt more like a normal day for me. We were rendering. We teamed up with the French lads and sprayed some Monocouche with a Putzmeister machine. This was the first time I'd used the Putzmeister, and it was a great bit of kit. I've seen them loads of times, but to actually get to grips and get to use it, I was buzzing. But this was mainly for a couple of the guys who just joined PRB, who were going into more like rep roles, and they hadn't really used the products physically on site. Although they know a lot about the products, it was good for them to get hands-on and have a play with the gear as well. And that's one thing I rate about PRB Systems UK, and Ryan Hill in particular, is the push on education. He encourages the team to develop, and that's why I'm here, to help the lads on the tools progress. After we got the render on, we went for a tour around the factory. I've seen impressive plants in the UK, but this is on another scale. The site stretches so far they had a tunnel built under the motorway just to keep it expanding. Also giving a quicker access from one side of the plant to the other. Listen, I wasn't allowed to film inside because it's got bespoke equipment in there. But imagine bags and pallets stacked high, more render than I could use in 10 lifetimes. They've even got a dedicated rail line moving materials to other regions of France every week. We saw how the bagged and bucket materials are produced, and I learned they make their own EWI boards on site. This was kind of cool because they come in like little beads and they go into a chamber and they heat it up and they expand, and the machine keeps it all in its nice shape and size, and then once it's done they come out and they're cut to size. The place itself is just that big. We had to use an electric bus just to get around. Anyway, we wrapped up the day scratching back what we put on in the morning, talking through the process and comparing the monos we'd applied. Nothing brand new to me, but good to see the machine application depths and how it all held up. At this point now, the scale of what I'm joining was really starting to sink in. Day 3 and we're back in the training yard for EWI. So in the morning we fixed EPS boards, we ran the base coat and worked through the key techniques. It's all pretty standard for me and Paul. Like I said, we've done this a lot. But what was fun, me and Paul got to hand apply through top coats and rub them up. I usually spray my finish, but the Creppy 6 is my go-to now for if I'm doing a hand application. It just rolled nicely over the float when I was finishing it. And we finished the day up with some classroom time. Listen, I'm not great at sitting still unless something interests me, and this did. I always want to know why we do something a certain way, but Morgan took us through all the system from start to finish and answered all my questions. If I'm around people who know more than me, I'll ask them questions because I want that information. I need that installed in me. And he laid out the PRB way clearly to me. Looking back on that trip and the 9 months since I've been with PRB, it's exceeded what I ever would have imagined it would be. It's a different level you don't usually see as an applicator. I'm a small part of a big machine, but I've been made to feel valued and supported by the whole UK team. I'm still active on installs with my business Rendervate, which is growing and we're more efficient using the PRB products. I'm proud of the onboarding that I've done, especially up north, and it's class seeing people posting their PRB projects and people I've helped get to that level they are. That's what I was brought in to do. And I've picked up quality information and skills from people who shared their time with me. People like Steve Kitely, Andy Hill, Paul Holland, and I like to pass that on to the applicators that I see on site. PRB are actively lifting standards from the quarry in France to the materials going on the wall in the UK. It's intentional, it's for the better, it's for the installers, for the homeowners, and for the industry. We're all just trying to raise the standard. So hopefully I'll continue to do my role with PRB and keep bringing you guys great content and great advice, and I get to see some more of you out on site. Hope you enjoyed the video, and like I say, give us a follow, give us a like if you want to see more content on everything to do with helping you with rendering, helping you with PRB systems, helping you with machines. All that is going to be on here. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch up with you soon, guys.